Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well and having a good Monday. Christian Byrne here, RTT therapist. I specialise in helping entrepreneurs and high performers take the handbrake off so that they can grow to their next level of confidence and success. Parked up in the lovely town of Marlow this morning, and while I'm waiting for my better half, I thought I would jump on and talk a little bit about the importance of alignment and making sure that we get back into a place of balance and control and inspiration before we take action in the face of adversity and in the face of unforeseen challenges that might have shown up in our business. I teach this to my clients a lot, particularly as it corresponds to developing greater resilience, which for entrepreneurs and anybody building a business on their own is of particular importance. Having the hardiness and the resourcefulness and the optimism to keep going no matter what's coming at you. And alignment and getting into alignment is a really important part of that. Now, I was really inspired last week by a story of a chap that posted in one of the Facebook groups I'm involved with. And whilst he didn't use the same language as I did, his story resonated a lot and matched almost perfectly the way that I teach and the way that I use alignment for myself. Without going into too much detail, this guy told the story of how he lost a massive client in the morning, enough money to basically derail his business and have him living back with his folks. We've all got that fear, right? And how by the end of the day, because of the things that he did, the process that he went through, not only did he manage to avoid any slide into panic and fear and stress, he actually replaced the revenue that he lost by threefold. It was a really, really good story, and it was a message that I needed to hear. It was Friday evening. I'd had a bit of a difficult week. And you know what, sometimes the universe works like that, right? It just gives you the information that you need. So, you know, without going into too much detail, this guy, he had a bit of a situation with the client. The client couldn't pay, and he was left with a huge hole in his business, in his cash flow. But it's not what he did necessarily, it's what he didn't do that I found really interesting and kind of and serves as a really good example of the power of alignment. Is he didn't fall apart and stress out and panic and start firing off 1,000 emails to colleagues and friends and whatever, desperately trying to replace the revenue that he lost, which is never a sensible thing to do, very rarely results in what you want, and it also sort of puts out the wrong energy signature as well, because you're coming from a place of lack, from a place of fear, from a place of survival, and that mindset never gets what you want. So what this guy did, straight after this happened, he had a human response. He had his moment, which you know we should do. We shouldn't bury these things. We should look it in the face, see it for what it is, have our moment, but then have the ability to stop and then move on and take action. Okay. And what he did is, I think he went to the gym, threw some weights around for an hour, listened to some music, got his energy back up, got his control, his power, his balance, his confidence and his motivation back up, right? And once he was in that particular place, he then sat down there and then in the gym, opened his laptop, and he took action. He took inspired action from that place of alignment. And I thought that was really, really brave. But at the same time, it's actually, when you think about it, it's the perfect response to what he needed to do. And what he did, I think he's in digital marketing. He got onto Facebook. He went into all the groups that he's part of and just set himself a target of having 20 meaningful conversations and giving 20 people within those groups high value advice in terms of the problems that they were facing. And then a couple of hours later, I think he got 2 or 3 messages from clients that he then converted and you know, like I said, not only solved the initial problem, but turned it into something much, much better for his business. The point about this is the 3 stages of the process that he went through, which is the 3 stages that I try and follow myself as I try to build my own resilience, but also the 3 stages that I really encourage my clients to follow, particularly as we're going through the leadership section of my program and building greater resilience in what we're doing. And that's simply this. It's number 1, it's do whatever you need to do to get back into alignment with yourself. Okay, if that's throwing weights, go and throw weights. If it's listening to music, go and listen to music. Right? If it's taking the dog for a walk in the woods or in a forest, go and take the dog for a walk. Right? I know that sounds counterintuitive, and in the face of a sudden drop in pressure and bad news in business, the temptation is to just take urgent, immediate action. It never works. And it never works, right? I mean, we've all been there. You might get lucky, okay, but generally speaking, taking action from a place of fear never, ever, ever works. So get yourself into alignment. Do whatever you need to do to start to feel confident, to feel centered, to feel calm, and to feel balanced, okay? And once you're in that place, no matter where you are, within reason, take immediate, inspired action from that place, because that's when you're going to do your best work. That's when you're going to think most clearly, and that's when you're going to be most resourceful, and that's when you're going to be most optimistic. So number one, get into alignment. Number two, once you've hit that place, take action there and then. And number three, try and change the emphasis from hustle and grind and take to giving value and allowing that success to come. Again, I know that sounds slightly counterintuitive, but the difference is really, really important. If you jump online and you just start hustling and firing off messages and emails and give, take, I need work, very rarely works, and it sort of sends out the wrong message to people. But if you sit down and you go and find your people, okay, that need what you do, and you should know that, if you're in business, you should know who your audience is, and you should know the pain they're in. You should know what they want, and you should know how what you do provides that solution. Go and find them and just give value, and give it to them from that place of alignment and from that place of inspiration. And the results are phenomenal, okay? There's nothing business related you can't solve by following this process. But more importantly, for you as a business owner and entrepreneur, it builds that resilience. And it's a self-perpetuating process that reinforces confidence, reinforces your value, reinforces your sense of self-worth. So when those problems show up again, you can deal with them quicker and more effectively. So get into alignment. No matter how bad it is, no matter what's going on, step back, get back into alignment. Number two, once you're there, take inspired action, okay? And number three, give value. Find a way to give as much value to as many people as you can, okay? Don't get out there and just hustle and grind and take what you can get. Give value, okay? That's the message this morning. I hope you all have a great Monday. Here's to a fantastic March, and I will see you real soon. Bye now.